Welcome to battle number 4 of week number 2 of the FnF Victory Road Draft League. This battle is pitting King Fuse's team, which is the Visionary Tricksters, versus Drizzle Boy's team, which is Harlem Gloomtrotters. As a reminder, the Mega Pokemon available in this battle will be Mega Medicham on the Harlem Gloomtrotters. Mega Beedrill did not show. And then there are 2 Z Pokemon available in this battle. Both are on Harlem Gloomtrotters. We have Drapion with any, actually Attack Z moves, I believe, and then Latios with any Z move. Sorry, no, I have it reversed. Drapion with any Z move, Latios with Attack Z moves. So King Fuse actually doesn't have any of his Mega or Z Pokemon, whereas Drizzle Boy has all 3 of them. So that'll be an interesting thing to witness. Overall, it looks like this battle is going to be some bulky Mons versus some, I'd say bulky offense Mons, so both sides have reasonable bulk to them. Interesting, we see Carbink being brought, probably going to go for that Stealth Rock, but it does have to be careful of Fortress and Medicham due to them having access to Iron moves. Steel moves. I'm so tired. Clefable is also there. Which is good for King Fuse, I think, because Slurpuff, once it sets up an Unburden, it can go to town. But Clefable has Unaware, which prevents Unburden Belly Drum from being really relevant. We also have 2 Regenerator Pokemon, Tangrowth and Toxapex, on King Fuse's team, so he'll be able to switch him out. But he will have to be careful of Drapion. Drapion does manage to hit both of them pretty hard, and it can also set up Swords Dance, as both of them can't really hit it very hard unless they get a burn on it. And then finally we have the beasts that are Mega Medicham and Latios, which can hit on the physical and special side respectively very hard. So let's take a look at how this battle will go, and without further ado, I think we can begin. Looks like Drizzle Boy is saying that he's surprised by Carbink. I'm surprised too, actually. And in comes Hitmontop right off the bat with an Intimidate and Mega Medicham, I Want Blood, coming out. It is intimidated, so a Zen Headbutt isn't going to be able to take it down. Hitmontop goes for the Toxic. It has leftovers, so it looks like it's a little bit more of a defensive Hitmontop. But it's hard to be defensive versus a very strong wall breaker like Mega Medicham that can rip holes in your team even with a attack drop. So in comes Palossand, taking minimal damage from that Zen Headbutt from Mega Medicham. Mega Medicham actually doesn't have many options right now with its attack going down by 1 stage and with Palossand being able to hit very hard. So I do believe that Mega Medicham is going to go for the switch, and indeed it does. Ferrothorn comes out and Carbink comes out. Ferrothorn is at an advantage in this point because Carbink is very vulnerable to Gyro Ball. Carbink might go for those rocks, and indeed it does. Stealth Rock is there. Power Whip's going to do decent damage, 44%. Carbink is able to take 1 more of them, but Clefable's going to be the one to come in instead, taking a Gyro Ball. The big question is it a Unaware Clefable or is it a Magic Guard Clefable? We don't know because Stealth Rock isn't up on King Fuse's side. And the Flamethrower is going to do big damage to Ferrothorn. Leech Seed is going to hit Clefable, and it does recover, so this is not a Magic Guard Clefable. This has to be an Unaware Clefable or Cute Charm if King Fuse wants to go for something very gimmicky. Flamethrower was a good choice on Clefable to be able to handle Ferrothorn, but it is vulnerable to another Gyro Ball, especially with that Leech Seed damage racking up. Here we go again. The Rhydon comes out taking a Flamethrower. It doesn't do much damage. This Rhydon probably not holding Eviolite due to how much damage that did, though. And now Rhydon is free to go ahead and set up Stealth Rock if it so chooses. Clefable probably wants to get out of this situation because it's Leech Seeded. And indeed it does. Hitmontop is the one to come out, lowering that attack. Rhydon's going to raise its speed with a Rock Polish. An Earthquake might be enough to take down Hitmontop, might not, depends. And it's not enough. That Leftovers was able to make it so that it survived. And it is also toxic now, Rhydon, but Hitmontop barely hanging on by a thread. Rhydon is now poisoned. Tangrowth is the one to come out, taking that Earthquake. Doesn't do much damage due to the resist and the fact that Tangrowth is very bulky physically. Latios is the one to come out. Tangrowth is going to go for a Giga Drain. Not that much damage on Latios. Latios is now free to go for that Draco Meteor. Just has to be careful for Clefable, who might come out on the Draco Meteor. Both sides still have 6 Pokemon left, although Kingfuse has Hitmontop barely hanging on by a thread. And Hitmontop does come out, and the Draco Meteor is going to hit Hitmontop, taking it down. Carbink is the next one to come in. Latios is at a special attack drop due to the fact that it used Draco Meteor. Not the best situation for it right now versus Carbink. We might see a switch out to possibly Drapion, as it has a good matchup versus Carbink. Carbink's sitting at around half of its HP. Latios is actually going for a Calm Mind. And now a Trick Room is up. Interesting tactic from Kingfuse. Latios will be able to take some special hits very easily now, but it does have to worry about the fact that its special attack is still not boosted. Palossand is here going for the Toxic, and a Draco Meteor is going to hit Palossand really hard, taking it down to 8%, but it does probably have access to Shore Up. It doesn't use Shore Up, actually. Shadow Ball is going to deal some damage on Latios, but Psychic will take down Palossand. That is a big obstacle to Mega Medicham removed for Drizzle Boy. And in comes Toxapex. Latios weakened with the Draco Meteor drop and the fact that it's Toxic. Probably going to want to switch out versus Toxapex. Actually, Toxapex goes for the Baneful Bunker to protect from Psychic. Latios now hanging on by a thread. If Stealth Rocks are still up, it won't be able to switch back in. Carbink is going to come in to take a Psychic, and down goes Latios due to Toxic Poison. In comes Mega Medicham, ready to go for probably the Bullet Punch versus Carbink. And indeed, Bullet Punch is able to take Carbink down. The score is now 3-5. Tangrowth is next to come out, having a big physical defense capability versus Medicham will help it a lot. And High Jump Kick actually takes it down in one shot because of the critical hit. In comes Clefable. High jump kick once again doing big damage, but it's not going to take Clefable down. Instead, Clefable's going to retaliate with a Moon Blast, taking down Mega Medicham. Ferrothorn comes in, going for the Gyro Ball, takes Clefable down to 2%. And down goes Ferrothorn from a Flamethrower from Clefable. Poison Jab's going to take down Clefable, and Toxapex is the last Pokemon standing. Earthquake taking Toxapex down to low HP, but Scald is going to bring down right on. Toxapex barely hanging on by a thread. And Drapion goes for that Tectonic Rage, breaking through the Protect and taking down Toxapex. It is a 2-0 victory for Drizzle Boy's team, Harlem Gloomtrotters, really bringing the offense versus King Fuse's defense. King Fuse going for more of the stall tactic with poison damage overall. Doing pretty well that match. It's actually interesting seeing another team using stall, since most of the teams seem to be hyper offensive this league. So really good match overall, and Drizzle Boy is going to advance with a 1-1 score. We will see some other matches later on this week. We still have 4 more to go, so tune in for those. This is Noel from Sun and Friendly. I'll see you then.